Hi, my name is Bailey Hillman. Today we're going to discuss if you have a loved one who is in a long-term care facility and you're not able to go see them. Now what? Right? Now what do I do? I'm locked out. They're not letting me in. So how am I going to ensure that my loved one is taken care of? So I've got a few recommendations. I am actually a healthcare administrator in a long-term care facility with residents who have dementia. We have a 100-bed facility, and everybody in there has some diagnosis of the form of dementia. And so I'm very familiar. We've been closed for 5 weeks at the time of this recording. So I am very familiar with what it is like to not have families coming in the facility. And I know as a family member what it is like to not be able to go in and see your loved one. And so I have a few recommendations. The first thing is to stay connected. Okay, I know many communities, including mine, we are doing live webinar calls once a week or every other week, depending on what's going on, to update our families and our caregivers on what is going on in the long-term care nursing home. So stay connected, get on the calls. Okay, if they're not having calls, request calls. Say, hey, could you guys have a family call so we can all get on and hear what's going on, so we know that our loved ones are protected and safe. The second thing that I would say is to watch out and ask and request for video conferencing. Okay, many of my caregivers have said, I never thought at my age I would have to get a computer or a laptop, but at this time I'm gonna have to, because that's the stage that we're in right now. And so if you are a child and your mom or your dad is in a nursing home and the other parent is out, encourage them to get a device to be able to do video conferencing. I have to say that it is so incredibly important, even with dementia, that our loved ones hear our voices and see our faces. You know, just hearing our voice, okay, is so important. So if your loved one is at the end stages of dementia and you're thinking, well, I'm not going to FaceTime because they can't see me and they're not going to interact, don't do that. You've got to video conference, okay? Let the staff hold the video up there and you talk to them, remind them that you love them. You know, don't bring up anything COVID related, because it's going to increase the confusion. But just hearing your voice and knowing that you're still there is so important. So my encouragement to you is, you know, if you're not tech savvy, try to learn. Okay, your grandkid, reach out to us. I've got a team of people that will help you figure out how to use Zoom, how to get on your conferences. Hopefully your facility will help and reach out to you as a family member and assist you as well. But it is so incredibly important right now. If your loved one gets upset whenever you're video conferencing, ask the facility if they'll just sit down and engage so that you're able to just watch and see how they're doing. Okay, so if your husband gets anxious after seeing the video or hearing your voice and can't find you and doesn't understand what's going on, continue to do your FaceTimes. Okay, it's going to help with your anxiety. Just to be able to see what's going on, see what kind of care they're getting. Are they losing weight? Are they, still up and walking? Or is there anything going on with them? How happy are they? So just give yourself that peace of mind. It's okay to ask just to do a FaceTime, even if they're not going to communicate and interact with you. So in the facility, we're doing a lot of infection control. I would ask for the infection control processes. Okay, what are you doing to protect my loved one? What kind of mask are you wearing? What are your visitors? What are your staff doing? I will link a questionnaire below that you can ask your community on things that I think as a caregiver you should know. Okay, it's things as a healthcare administrator I am openly sharing with my families. I tell all of them, you know what? I'm not here to hide anything. I am here to be 100% transparent. I'm going to tell you my struggles. I'm going to tell you our successes and our praises. I'm going to tell you when I mess up and what solutions that I have in order to fix the problems. I mean, it's better to be open and transparent than to try to hide things. And I'm telling you, you as a caregiver is going to trust the building a lot more if they're just open. But I'm going to remind you that if they're open and vulnerable and just give you that information, please be supportive. Okay, please be supportive of them and know that we are human and this is new to us as well. But just be supportive and reach out on how can you stay connected. So in our community, we're still allowing families to bring goodies to their loved one. Okay, so if you want to bring up, a thing of Cokes, or a card of some sort to connect with your loved one, we're still allowing that. Some communities may not, but I feel like it is really important for families to continue to try to be as connected as possible, and so we're still allowing that. So ask the community, am I able to, you know, bring in cards? Am I able to, um, you know, visit with my loved one on video? Am I able to, bring something for the staff to tell them thank you for all of their hard work? So just get involved as much as you can, and then continue to keep yourself safe. But you're going to have to trust. The problem is if you didn't trust the community prior to COVID-19, it's going to be even harder and more stressful now to trust them at this point. There are many communities that are no longer taking admission, so switching to another nursing home is not really an option right now. But there has been a lot of debate as to, do I leave my grandmother, my mom, my dad in a community, or do I go get them and bring them home to care for them? Okay, I'm going to caution you on this. And I'm going to probably do a whole series on this, and so, or another video on this. So I want you to look out for that video, but I'm just going to tell you that, are you going to be able to continue the routines even when things start opening back up? Okay, are you going to continue to provide the level of care that they need even when other things like your job open up? Because I'll tell you, the likelihood that your job opens before the long-term care or nursing homes open is very likely. So you're going to have to trust, and just decide what's best for you as a family. But communication, communication, communication. Okay, and deep breath. You're doing a good job. Trust yourself. Know that you're doing and making great decisions, and you can always go back and change your mind, right? It's okay to do that. All right, you hang in there and look for the next video on long-term care and COVID-19 with individuals who have dementia. Thanks.